Hello, everybody. Welcome to the month of April. We are April 1st, and we're going to dive into the 5D news. Hi, Sophie. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. I feel the energy changing, much lighter, more sun coming out. So I feel it. I'm happy about it.
We're still wearing big sweaters, but soon we're going to feel the rays of the sun. So hope you're surviving eclipse season. We are post-eclipse season, so officially in the in the new beginnings, not yet out of the retrogrades. But let's start here with the Earth and the stars. And today I have more of, let's say, esoteric kind of questions, mysteries, spiritual mysteries. So let's dive into it. Okay, so first question from one of our community members. And of course, okay, here. From Believe Miss. So she's asking, can you ask questions on Nibiru that apparently is visible with a telescope, and eventually we will be able to see it with the naked eye? So we're going to start with the first question. Let's just ask the cards. Is Nibiru a real planet? Because, of course, like the mainstream media and NASA are saying that it's a hoax. A lot of spiritual content are saying the opposite. So let's just start with the base.
It says it's a temporary planet, so I would say more of a star-like quality. So it says it's a temporary planet.
But wouldn't you say more something like an asteroid? Because like by temporary, I'm sorry?
It would be the best to know about this.
Yeah, I'm just thinking out loud because, like if you're saying temporary, meaning like it's not in our solar system all of the time, which would make sense. So maybe they have like a very wide elliptical orbit. Is that what you're picking up on?
It's interesting what you just said, because I was more thinking about it's not something that is concrete all the time, but let's ask what is this temporary energy means.
Because a star would not travel for us to be able to see it, if that's the case. And people that have theorized on the planet Nibiru said that it has a really wide elliptical orbit, so it would cross like our visible sort of path with the telescope at some point.
Yeah, that's more like what I'm seeing, because I'm having the High Priestess and the card of the Secret. So those two are saying that it's out of what we can see sometimes. So it's not something that we can always it's not always something that we can tangibly say it's there physically.
Okay.
From I would say from her point of view. So it's temporary in that sense that we cannot say it's there.
And by that, like, are you also referring to some kind of dimension concept? Like, is it something like that goes in and out of like our visible spectrum because it's from another dimension?
Yeah, it's another vibration. So the vibration is not something that we can always see. And that's why it's temporary.
And can you ask the cards if it's a lower density frequency, and let's say if we stay in the 3D we're able to visually see it, or does it have like a higher sort of, let's say, 5D and more density, just to give numbers to give like a certain idea?
I would say positive.
Okay.
We have the Nine of Cups reversed, the Magician reversed, which was telling me bad. But then we have the Queen of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So I think it has a huge potential, and that can be used either way. But if you're using this energy for the good, it's really, really good. So I think it's a good one, but it depends who is using it.
Okay, I just had like something come through my mind, which is gonna sound crazy. But is it possible that there's like two dimensions to that planet, like a higher frequency that is more like ethereal and something more denser that is more negative?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
Wow. Because I don't know if he was the first to theorize about Nibiru, but I believe it's Zacharias Sitchin who wrote like a couple of books of the 12th planet and a lot about how the Anunnaki, I believe, if I'm correct, and let me know in the comments because I'm guessing a lot of you will know that, and how they were from that planet. So when it came closer to Earth, they were able to colonize and sort of genetically modify our genes, and so they had apparently a role to play there. If I hope I remember correctly the whole story, but all that to say that it was more viewed like as a more, let's say, nefarious sort of.
Then again, it depends for who, I would say.
Right.
So I think it has a lot of potential, a lot of luck, a lot of because of that 9 of Cups energy and that Queen of Cups energy and that 10 of Cups energy that we had in the Magician. Those cards are all indication of if you have something that you're trying to achieve, this energy is going to propel that dream, and it's going to be very easy for you to access what you're trying to do. So again, if you're having good things, if you're trying to do good things, it's going to be really, really good. And so it's a positive energy. Just to sum it up, it's a positive energy for the one that is using it.
Okay. And is it true that it's coming closer to the Earth now? Is it closer to Earth now?
Yes, it says it's entering an alignment that is going to be it's entering an alignment. So I don't know exactly what this is, but it says that it's going to get closer to something else, so it can interact with it more easily. And we can see the alignment of planets right there.
That Neptune, I see a mermaid, so I'm thinking about I'll have to research this.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. So I was gonna ask, like, what's the effect of the proximity of that planet? Okay, so you kind of already answered that, meaning that your dreams. Did you have something else to say?
Yeah, go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask about the effect of the proximity of Nibiru. Okay.
Underneath the deck, we have this one. It's very particular to this deck. It's the Ace of Sword, and we can see that it's cutting a cord. So I think that it's the finish, the kind of a closing up a chapter, a karma with us probably, or with another planet it's entering close to. But I would say with us, we have a capacity to either renew some kind of ties or end it completely and cut it completely.
Wow. And so interesting that I had to sneeze. I never do that while we record. So letting go of a lot of toxic stuff. So I'm guessing releasing. Okay. Thank you for that. We're going to move to our next one. So someone sent me this video, which I'm going to show you. And I'm just going to show you a little bit of the images, but basically it's saying that how Bill Gates was in a huge operation to block the sun. So it's nothing new, but I'm thinking since we got from the cards recently that they were putting like the big effective all at once because like they were scared of the whole project of chemtrails being stopped. I was like, oh, maybe they're going on an experiment, like they say in this video, of really blocking the sun rays. So I'd like to pull on that if it's possible. Is this operation of blocking the sun already underway, or is it more, let's say, prevalent recently?
Oh, wow. So just the imagery of this one is interesting because it's depleting of the sunlight. So it's already started, that's for sure. And yeah, it's basically you will have to pay if you want to have access to some real sunlight. And this is going to happen first on countries per country. So each country will have to have an agreement, and it says a signature. So this is almost like selling rights to a little bit of the country to have access to the sunlight. And we have the King of Cups with the Father of Water. So I really see that with this, there is going to be reselling of those properties in the inner countries, but it's going to be extremely profitable for the ones in power, for sure.
Is it going to work? Can we ask the cards? Like, I know this is their agenda, but will they succeed in blocking the sun in different locations?
It says that Mother Earth will try to block it herself.
To block the sun?
To block this plan to be achieved. Okay. So right now it says that humans have agreed on it. When I say humans, it's not us. It says humans has, and it's very interesting because it says life force. So that's the sun, and then we have the inner strength. So this is people rebelling, and what is next to it is the Mother Earth. So it says that Mother Earth is going to rebel against it and to try to cause as much delays through many things with nature. And we can see the protection right there, almost like a shield with nature. So yeah, we can see that there will be a need for the food to grow and everything. So a lot of delays because of we have growth next to it, reverse. So a lot of problem with this plan because Mother Earth is trying to prevent a big problem with food. What is the word? Famine.
Yeah. Starving?
Yeah, starvation. Yeah. Major starvation. That is the big promise of Mother Earth, is trying to block this. And we have the security. So I do believe that it's not going to be achievable, at least for now. Yeah. But we certainly have to be extremely worried whenever they're taking land, whenever they're taking control, because they're doing this for health reason, for sure, blocking it, but food.
Of course.
This is amazing.
And also consciousness is the life force giver is the sun. So whenever we can be under the sun rays, it allows us to pick up on more consciousness and evolve past the frequency where they can control us, of course. Yeah. Also, like, what can we do? Like, can we do something to, let's say, get more sun, or to delay this thing, or I don't know, because like I'm guessing a lot of countries will have a more difficult access to sunlight while this project is not stopped completely yet. So what can we do as humans, as regular people?
So the first two cards are what we can do, and then we have before we have the depletion, and it's really dark, right? So what we can do is the Wheel of Fortune, and we have the Eight of Pentacle. So this would be immense energies sent to Mother Earth to block this.
Okay, so sending love. You got also, when we did the spring equinox video, offerings, making offerings back to the earth, to Mother Earth, sending your gratefulness, praying, sending love energy. Okay, so this is beautiful. Thank you so much. Next,
just because I had a download, you can also just make sure that you're reconnected with Mother Earth, that she's not working alone. So if you're not someone that works with energies, just try, if you can, to walk barefoot in the grass and just to be more in nature.
Okay, this is crazy because I always pick cards, oracle cards, on Monday for my week. And I got this card this week. We are nature. And it says to reconnect with the earth. And it's been 2 weeks. Almost in a row that I've picked this card. So, okay, I get it. Really good message here from Sophie. Thank you. Next, someone sent me this video. And I'm not going to play it, the whole thing, but it's just to say that they're using in mass mainstream media the same words, and they keep saying terrifying when they cover plane crashes. And this guy here is saying that in the past couple weeks, the mainstream media have been covering like 140 plane crashes using all the same terminology. And of course, like since 2020, we have the experience of knowing what it means. And he's comparing this whole media operation to when they talk about in the movie Truman Show, that he goes to a travel agency and he sees a lot of posters about do not travel, it's dangerous. And when he tries to get out of his city, he's confronted with like a lot of problems, such as this one. So basically, the guy here is theorizing that there's an ongoing kind of propaganda operation in order to make us fearful of flying, of getting out. So, okay, first, let's start with the first things. And of course, to promote consequently the smart cities, I mean. And to stay, it's much safer in your city. Don't go out. Don't expand your consciousness. So first, let's ask the card. Are they trying to make people fearful of flying like it is being alleged in the video?
It's crazy. It's crazy because I talked with a pilot from Canada a month ago, I would say. And he said, with everything on the news, I would not recommend that you travel right now. A pilot.
Okay, so I'll rethink the question. Is it true that there are more plane crashes recently, or is it a propaganda media operation to make us fearful of flying?
I would say it's both, because we have shadow work going on. So I would say it's the retrograde. There's something going on with it. We have crossfire. So I think it's coming from both sides. I think it's coming from the media, and there's also something, but they're definitely something that they're trying to feed us with a narrative. So I would say it's both.
Okay. And what's the reason why there's more plane crashes? Like, is it the pilots? Is it the planes? Is it due to weather? Like, what's happening?
They're trying to attempt to our freedom. They're trying to make us, I'm just going to go with the last cards because this is the freedom card. And here we have a new brand beginning and we have settling. So they're trying to make people less traveler. So they're always trying to target, when it's that kind of operation, and always trying to target young people. So it stays in their memory, and that for the next, they're building some kind of limiting belief. So that's what I'm seeing. Go ahead.
I get that, but like you said before that it was two things. It was, yes, there are more plane crashes, but the second thing, it's definitely a propaganda operation. But like more from the side that it's true that there are more plane crashes. What is it due to? What's the reason?
Yep. So the first three cards are about this, and we have the two energy together. We have the Dark Knight of the Soul, and we have one-sided. So I would say that so far, I will take the second row, but so far I think that what is happening is that they're not paying attention to the mechanics, anything, because they're trying to create that
on purpose.
I think so. So I'm just going to validate with 2-3 cards. Judgment. Yeah. Yeah, exactly it. So they're trying to, oh my God, even those cards at the end, like the King of Swords, your mental state with getting out of your comfort zone. It's like, no, don't try to get out of your comfort zone. So they're trying to establish a narrative where masses of people are going to be fearful and wanting those safe cities.
And is it possible that it's the same amount of, let's say, plane accidents than usual, but it's just more covered?
No, it's more.
It's more.
Yeah, it's more.
Okay.
It's more because they're wanting to make sure that there is at least everybody hears around them there's something going on.
Okay. And what's the true purpose of this? Like, what are they most scared of people traveling? Is it the expansion of the consciousness? Is it being activated with sacred sites? Is it connection between people that live afar? Like, what are they the most scared of?
The cards are just horrible. 5 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, sorry, 8 of Swords, the Fool, the World, between. Oh, that's horrible cards. So they're basically trying to say that you're only safe at home. That's the goal. I think really they're trying to push the 15 minutes cities.
Yeah, for sure. But okay, so it's really like an agenda to push the smart cities.
Yeah, you're not, that the word is you're not safe traveling. And I've been doing the cards for one-on-one for a long time now, and well, years. And I can say that even in a Truder community, there was some that were pushing don't travel. And that's why I love you communities, because if you're a true Truder, you're always questioning any sources.
Yeah.
And you have to go with your own gut and do your own cards or ask for your own energy. And I feel, and I still see it, that people are fearful since 2020 to travel.
Of course. And can we ask the cards, like, what is the true benefit, spiritually speaking, of traveling now, this year? If there's any benefit. Well, I'm guessing so. But
if there's any, yeah, let's see.
Let's ask the cards.
It says independence and honoring your destiny. Is it for everybody though? We can ask maybe.
Yeah, is it positive for everybody? Like for me, when I travel, it allows me to really expand my consciousness and learn new things and see life from other cultures' perspectives. And I guess it's a life-changing experience for everybody, but let's see what the cards say.
We have gaslighting, we have addiction, we have suspicion, and we have breakthrough at the end. So it says basically that a travel is often when you're finishing a chapter, when you need to break free from a lesson, a relationship, a chapter in your life. You're going to be easily breaking free from something when you're traveling. So there is a lot of positive aspect, but I feel like it's, when we ask, is it for everybody? Well, it can add pressure to a situation if you're already in a situation that is a little bit more tough and you're not seeing the end of it. So just be prepared that it's going to propel you in your evolution when you're traveling. Just be prepared. It's going to shake things up when you're traveling.
It's helping in closing cycles, and we're in a year 9, so I guess it's good. But like, to each their own timing, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
All right. So next one, I have being sent this. So they're talking about how there's a lot of vehicles in California now that are electric vehicles. So a lot more, because we know that California is, one of the more, how do I say that nicely? Brainwashed state.
That was the most nice.
I don't know, like I couldn't find anything more. So sorry. And I feel for you guys if you live there, because like we live in Quebec, obviously, so we totally know where you're going through. Anyway, so they're saying that a lot of people have changed their vehicle for an electric vehicle, so they refer to it as EV. And they say that now, like the state is like, oh, well, a lot of people are not paying the taxes that were on the gas, that were included in the gas price, so they're missing money, or so now they're talking about charging EV drivers for a tax, and they're saying in the video that it might be like per mileage, so you would have to pay per mileage in order to use the roads or whatever. Wow. So let's ask the card, is it true that California is thinking about charging EV drivers for a tax?
No, they're looking into it. So they're saying that they're looking into it. This is the key. So they're looking the right angle. And this is just, through this story that is out right now. They're just taking the pulse on what is the reaction and making sure that we're not going to do manifestation. So basically, they're trying to get this story out so we calm down.
So in politics, they say also trial balloon. So they're kind of testing out the waters to see like if people rebel, and if not, they're gonna probably impose it. So
just the last card is the admired card. So that means that they're going to also pay groups to say, oh, wow, this is going to save the planet. This new tax, this is going to be fantastic. So you can expect, if it's not already there, I didn't see it so far, but I mean, this is really what they use as usual. So you're going to see groups of people and things on the internet just saying like, this is such a good idea and blah, blah, blah. So don't fall for this.
Yeah, of course. And it reminds me of how like they use a similar strategy here in Quebec, because with the new federal leadership, they removed the carbon tax in the gas in the gas price everywhere in Canada. But we still have it in Quebec because what? We're the most corrupted state in the whole Canada. Yes. But the article is like, oh, wow, it is a masterpiece, the article that I read in the press, because it says, like, you're reading it and you're like, are they saying, like, we're going to pay less? And they're like, no, in Quebec, you're still paying higher, like 20 or 25 cents higher than all the other provinces.
Per liter.
But it's so great. You know why? Because it's going to allow us to reinvest into green projects. And we're already doing it, right? So wow. Anyways, okay. Let me change to another question. Okay, so now I think we're gonna tune in to our next category, which is gonna be mysteries.
Yay!
So Sophie, you're gonna love that, because I asked Sophie to bring a bobby pin. And thank you, Libby, by the way, for sending us this video on the community. And Sophie has no clue why I told her to bring a bobby pin. So here we go, Sophie.
Okay, so there's this trend going around.
Okay, just a minute. I forgot to remove this.
Okay, so there's this trend going around at the moment that if you have an activated third eye or pineal gland and you're quite clairvoyant, which I am, that metal or light metal objects will stick to your third eye because of the magnetic field that it has. And I was curious to see if it actually worked or not. So I'm actually going to purposely activate my third eye. What happens is when I tune in for a reading, my third eye, I feel it tingling, and I can feel it tingling right now. So I'm setting the intention to activate it. And all right, so I'm going to set the intention to activate it so I can feel it. And I'm just going to see. Oh my freaking God. Concentrate on it right now and see how long it can stay. So if I concentrate, see? So I'm leaning forward right now.
Okay, so Sophie, let's see. So
there's no way. There's no way.
I tried it yesterday, actually, when I received the video. So I'm just gonna close my concentrate, activate, breathe into my third eye. You do the same, and then when you're ready, you try it.
There's no way. No, it's not working out.
I had it yesterday.
No, it's not working out.
We're under stress.
Honestly, I don't think I channeled through my third eye. Anyway.
Let me try again. I had it yesterday, I swear. Okay, let us know, guys, if you succeed in doing it, and we'll try again later. I said yesterday, I looked at the video and I was like, there's no way it's gonna work. And I did it because I was like, just with myself, no pressure. And it stuck. And I was like, oh, and like the girl, like it stuck, but then it fell out. So I was like, okay, let me try to connect even more. And then I did it for a longer time and it stayed there really long.
I don't know. I would have to go into meditation, I think. Yeah.
I'll try another time.
try it and let us know. Honestly, I saw that for the solar plexus, and it was linked more with the product than activation.
Okay, let us know if it works for you guys. I feel like we're under pressure here. I'll try again when we are not. But so apparently this is the new bobby pin trend. And okay, so maybe we could ask the cards what you just said.
Yeah.
So thank you, Libby, for sending us this. So apparently this is if your pineal gland or third eye is activated. So let's ask the cards. Is metal sticking because it's activated, or is it something else?
We have passive, return, sabotage. Interesting. Okay, so far we have passive, the activation of energy, and we have sabotage. So let's see what the second row, because so far I don't get it. Five of Cups, the Death card, and 10 of Cups. Okay, well, so far it's more telling me that this is related to off-worlders. So I would say more of a, because of this energy of return, it's more like a signature of soul from a certain energy place.
Okay, very interesting. And can we know more about like the origin of those souls?
We
and
have
what are their superpowers, let's say?
Yeah, we have the card of Neptune Pisces. Yeah, this is off planet for sure. And we have Page of Wands. So this is off planet for sure. Where are they from? It sounds pretty much water energy.
Is it, can you ask the cards if it's like a Pleiades connection?
Eight of Wands, yes.
Okay, and why is it, like, what's different about their pineal gland or third eye?
Four of Swords, the Star, and the Wheel, the Chariot. So they have a pineal gland that is just that has evolved this particular way. So just like on Earth, we would have some kind of DNA. If you're born in this place or this other place in the globe, they have some kind of armor that is built in their energy field, and they are able to have this. So just found out that I'm not Pleiadian.
So is it like a defense mechanism to like coat your
Oh, for sure. Four of Swords was the first card, and now we have the Nine of Wands. So this is the wall, and this is for me this peace of mind protection.
So it's like, oh, in Twilight where like the girl has the ability to like have a shield around her, and no? Okay.
I've never watched it.
Okay. Well, I thought that was cool because at the beginning of the movie, she's like, oh, I'm such a loser. I'm the only one who doesn't have any superpowers. But then she discovers that she actually can shield herself and a few people. Anyways.
I'm just looking at the card that we had and look at what is in that space. They kind of had this energy. So apparently you need to be from a specific place or having a lot of past life in that specific place.
And what's special about them is that they can shield their pineal gland or third eye. Is there anything more to it?
So they just feel deeply. They really feel deeply. So it can be against them, because sometimes when you're young, you're going to feel deeply and you're going to have anxiety, migraines, you're going to want to block your gift. So they need that shield because they feel deeply. We have so many water energy here for them. So I would say that to be here and kind of on Earth, they do need this protection, because otherwise it's just the Pisces energy of just, they don't have any filter, they don't have any protection. So they do need this.
Well, I'm gonna try again later because it did work. I didn't take enough time to concentrate, but yesterday when I did it, I was like really breathing in it, and I could feel like it was expanding. And this is where it works. So I will try it again. Let us know if that works for you and what that means you think. Okay, next one. Okay, so there's this big news that just came in. And it says here, CIA admits Ark of the Covenant is real and they know where it is. So this is from Redacted. And someone else sent me this on the community. So Angeline, thank you, Angeline, for sending it. So she's sending this, and there's a picture here of James O'Keefe next to the Ark of the Covenant, but then it says, plot twist, it's in the comments, I guess, it's not a replica. So let's start first with the other image that I have here, and ask the cards, did the CIA reveal that the Ark of the Covenant is real? Like, is this true?
It says one card only, big news delivery movement, with this card of the messenger. So I would say yes. It says that it has been it's not completely out yet, the information. So they know way more than they're giving me in the cards. And it says receive. So yes, it is absolutely true. They absolutely know, but they don't get the information out completely.
Okay. So I already kind of dug into this a couple of years ago, and I'd like to ask you in the cards, is it possible that there is more than one Ark of the Covenant?
Oh, that's interesting.
I've heard that from many sources. So let's see.
There's at least two. I would say two. And it says that they need to be combined to have the full effect.
Okay.
So, because if you have only one, we have this card of the question mark. It's almost like we don't know what to do with it. And it's very limited, the effect. But the two together, combining at least two, I would say. I think there could be more, but you need to combine two. I think that's what it means.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And it's so interesting because I believe it's powers that are not so friendly that are the owners of the Ark of the Covenant. So it's also like a test by the universe. Like, if you can get to cooperate, then you get the the rewards.
Well, you know what? Last week I watched a documentary about Shakespeare, and they talk about the Art of Covenant in it, because it ended up with this. It's cracking Shakespeare code. I think if you have the link, put it down below, please, and watch that. It's amazing. And they talk about it being apparently because of this documentary on Oak Island.
Okay, well, okay, interesting. Let's and I've heard a lot of different stories. Apparently there was one underneath the mosque. How do we say that? The mosque in the Middle East. There was one in Russia. There was one in well, how can I not say this word? Antarctica. Woo! Mercury is not yet direct, guys. So okay, so let's ask. I'd like to ask this question here. Is this one a replica or is it a real one? And this one is located at Mar-a-Lago in the United States.
So far we have gaslighting, inspiration, woman, big dream, inspiration, and woman, and the curse.
A replica.
I would say it's either a replica, or what it was telling me is something that was kind of a how do you say, oh my God, French word today, right? Maquette,
Like a template or blueprint?
blueprint, almost like a
Prototype?
Yeah, thank you. That's the right word. It's almost like a prototype that they build. So that's what I'm seeing with those energies, because it's kind of a we're trying to create the right formula. We're getting inspired, but there is the curse card. I'm just going to check why do we have this? Oh, because it doesn't give energy. It takes energy.
This one, this replica.
This one, because that's the feminine energy. We have it so much, and we have the death card underneath curse. So I mean, yeah, it's taking energy instead of giving, but they don't know it because
Okay. And about like not this one, but the other arcs that have to be combined together. And I'm guessing it's like the polarity of the feminine and the masculine, which is interesting that you brought this up. Let's say if we combine two of the real ones, what's the true power of the arc when combined properly?
Trouble, setup, release. That's the death card. You have the war. There's a lot of stuff there. Okay, let me check. The King of Cups, Two of Wands, which is very interesting because we have the Moon and the Sun, both gender being together. Cards on.
So is it being used like as a mass destruction weapon? Is it something with such as a weapon, or is it something more enlightening, let's say?
Seven of Wands, Chariot, Death card. 10 of Swords, Magician. Ooh, those are big energies to not be playing with. I would say that could be Judgment Day.
In what sense?
In the sense that could be that is almost like a karma that is sent throughout the universe. Like if you have bad vibration, you're just going to suffer. And when I mean suffer, I mean this kind of suffering.
For humans, for off-worlders on the earth, for the
Anything.
earth that is out of alignment or has bad karma accumulated.
Yes. And it's animals too. It's everything that is breeding. That is very, very big. And it says success if you have a good vibration.
Okay.
So I would say that this, it's throughout the whole world. It's like an instant karma. It's Judgment Day.
Okay. So I'm guessing a lot of people with bad intention have been looking for the Ark of the Covenant. So would they be able to use it, or is it going to backlash against themselves?
Page of Cup reverse. Everything is reversed when that question.
Because you talked about karma, so I'm guessing people with bad intention would have a lot of bad karma, so it's not necessarily good for them that they try to use or operate in any kind of way.
Absolutely. I'm just thinking maybe they don't know what is going to be the effect.
A little bit like Indiana Jones type of curse.
Yes. Let me just check. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles reverse. 2 of Swords, the 3 of Wands. They don't know what it is. Ace of Pentacle, 8 of Cups, Ace of Cups. So that means that they don't know what it is. They're searching for it without knowing what it is.
So they just think it would be a tool that could help us into gaining more power, more whatever they're trying to do, whatever nuclear stuff they're trying to do. But it's like it would actually not be in their best interest to get their hands on it.
So this is what they think it's going to be. Lots of money, everything that they need. And what is it going to create? Instead, we have, it's just Judgment Day.
Okay. Okay, interesting. Wow. Okay, so our next,
Why would they not know what it's about?
because I guess like a lot of, let's say, if you compare that to vortices of power or energy on the earth, usually they can be used nefariously, but also rightfully. So usually there's two polarities to any kind of power. So I'm guessing they're thinking that it's something like that that they can use to control people, right?
That what you just said is so smart, Julie, because I think that's why they have the feminine one. It takes from people. So that's the negative one in a sense, because that takes away, right? It's not like an exchange. It's not like,
Well, if you look at it, like the feminine power is not negative. It's just
Nothing is.
that it's receptive. Wow. Okay. Let us know what you think. I'm curious to read your comments on this, guys. Okay, our next one will be about.
Here we going
Okay.
with celebrities. They're eating mermaids. I heard about this. Yeah. A guy allegedly came out and he said, I was invited to like some celebrity A-list party, and guess what they fed me? Yo, they literally fed me mermaids, and I 100% believe it. And then when he rejected it, he went into one of the coolers and saw the mermaids.
No
right?
way. In the cooler?
And I believe this. Why? Because another fisherman, he said, he caught something that made his whole boat turn pale.
Whoa.
And when he reeled it in, it was like a 5-foot human-looking person, gray and fins all over and gills all over her face.
Yeah.
And he exposed it. He said, this is crazy because a lot of fish markets label them under exotic, right? So those exotic fish markets specifically look for mermaids.
What?
Because those go for the most. Because who's buying it?
Yeah.
The millionaires in Hollywood.
Imagine it's bluefin this whole time. You know bluefin?
Oh, yeah, bluefin,
Like the
yeah.
really, really expensive fish.
Oh, yeah.
Rich people are the only people that buy it.
We wouldn't know.
You don't know. But
This is crazy. Let's ask the card, Sophie, shall we? Is it true that A-list people, celebrities, are eating mermaids? As crazy as it might sound. Yes.
And it has another name. It's true. It has another name. It's for the live longer, in fact.
Such as other human products that they consume, right?
Yeah.
Wow. And is it bluefin or is it something else?
Let's use a mermaid deck at this point. I think it's even a higher quality of bluefin. So there needs to be like a premium or something bluefin. It's under bluefin, I think, but it's like a premium.
A premium, sort of. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's something that is extremely, extremely rare to get. It's not like every store gets it.
I'm guessing that if mermaids are smart enough, they won't get caught. So
competition is very, very like they know how to chase that. They know how to get it, to hunt them, I should say.
Where do we go from here, Sophie? This is crazy.
I don't know.
Okay. Are we going to know about their existence? I mean, on a more mainstream level? Because you guys obviously know now. But
it's a revelation. I took just one card. So yes. Let's see. New perspective. Oh my God. This is crazy. It says that mermaids have been trying to be seen and to be heard for a long time. And that we did not listen, that we did not, that we hide every trace and everything. So when it's going to happen, it says that there's going to be rebellion. Yeah, I can speak. Yeah, I can. Because of the state of the water, because of the pollution in the water.
So they're gonna make themselves known.
They're already trying, but for other reasons. But I think that because of the state of the water, they're going to try to revolt even more, and probably we're going to find dead mermaids or things because of that. So harder and harder to hide.
Okay. Like, I want to ask a really tacky question, but let's do it. Has there ever been a love story between a human and a mermaid?
We're going to say that.
I was thinking about the Little Mermaid, and I was like, maybe this is true.
Okay, but how? Because, you know,
Let's ask the cards. I don't know. Technology, going underwater.
Okay, the love story without the sex part, right? Because the sex part would be another story.
The love story.
Okay. It says yes. And we had a question about that before.
I believe we were talking about Atlantis because I believe they were created in Atlantis with the genetic experiences. And okay, I thought they were extinct, but I guess not.
Mm.
Wow. Okay, let us know if you have any more questions on the subjects because this is truly fascinating. Maybe. Okay, let's ask about, since we're talking about mermaids, why not go into dragons, right?
Right.
So in this video, she's talking about how there are dragons in every ancient civilization myth about dragons. So she's saying Chinese, Norse, even cultures as far as the Aztecs. So all over the planet, in really ancient mythology, Genesis mythology, they all coexist with dragons. So this is really interesting. So let's ask the cards. Did dragons, and she's saying here, they didn't disappear, they ascended in another kind of other consciousness, and we're just not able to see them. So this is what she's saying here in this video. So let's ask if the dragons ascended instead of disappearing. Like, let's say,
even in the Chinese,
yeah,
the astrology, yeah,
she said the Chinese, the first one, she said, yeah, definitely. I think all across the world they're talking about ancient dragons.
Yeah,
and you're a dragon in Chinese astrology, so
yeah. Okay, so it says hidden. Yes. There is a place where they are, and they don't want to come out of it. So I think it would be just a vibration, another dimension, but it is there. And we do have the card of the Tower that starts the whole thing. So let me just see.
And then she's saying in the video that they will try to come back when we have a higher global frequency. So that was going to be my next question.
Yeah. Yeah. So they are coming from other planets. They were not just born like from evolution of something. So they are coming from another planet. It's very interesting because it's almost like a mistake that they were brought here.
Okay.
And it says experimentation after. So they try to see how we can coexist and how we can coexist with the temperance and if it would be beneficial or not. So your question is, are they going to come back?
Yeah, it is a matter of, like, let's say, frequency for the collective consciousness. Is it a matter of that for when they try to come back?
They need to be invited. That's what it says. They were meant to be, because that the purpose of the dragons, weirdly enough, it's to be a pet.
Like a protector pet?
Like a familiar. How do you say that? It's familiar? like those cards of having a pet by your side. It could be a guide if you're working with energies, and they need to be invited here. They need
So
to.
they were working with humans like closely from the cards that you're getting.
I think we didn't have the time to fully understand the relationship between humans and dragons, and I think that the story remaining are mainly about chasing and killing them because they're evil. And I think we didn't have the full picture of how to fit together, and that was the experiment, I think. And that's why I think they disappeared, because we need to make peace with them, and we need to be inviting them to come back on working together kind of level.
Is it going to happen? Are they gonna make themselves shown in our lifetime here on Earth?
The sun reverse, I don't think so.
It's gonna take a little bit more time.
Yeah, but it says after Judgment Day, though. But it's basically right now you can still have, we have the card of the Magician. So you can still have one energetically. You can still have one that works with you. You don't need to see this pet, now we'll say pet, in the 3D. But yes, they will probably try to come back in the future. Yeah, it says yes.
Wow, and there's like some kind of dragon wings there. Okay. I don't know if you're as mind blown as I am, but this is really, really fascinating. So maybe one last one. And I'm going to ask a question from Angeline from the community. So thank you for sending us your amazing questions through the community. And the link is down below if you'd like to ask your own questions. So she's asking, well, she's saying, I'm currently listening to the Telepathy Tapes podcast and thinking about the Tower of Babel story. So hence the picture here. Did human beings all speak one language in the Tower of Babel story because we all were using telepathy to communicate? So that would be the first question. Did human beings all speak one language in the Tower of Babel story?
Yeah.
Yes. Because they were using telepathy.
Yes. So there was this very easy coming together, understanding of each other. I think it's without any words. Yes. Breakthrough. It was really easy.
Interesting, because like we know that, and I hope I'm going to say that correctly, but in the Tower of Babel story, they, let's say, and I'm going to theorize as they were nefarious off-worlder, came in and taught a lot of different cultures. Well, they tried to separate, let's say, conquer and divide type of strategy. So they made a lot of people speak different languages and to divide them. And I guess this, at some point, they were not anymore able to use telepathy to understand. So that created wars, different religions. So, and until now, we're still in the same problem because we have a lot of divisions amongst humans, right? So she's also saying to use telepathy, we have to be of high frequency and not be under any duress. If the Tower of Babel story is true, what trauma was done to us for us to lower our frequency immediately and not remember it? So what kind of trauma was done to us for not being able to use telepathy anymore?
That's the card, vibration. Regret. So I would say, I don't know the story, so I don't know the timing of everything, but I would say those card fits if we're talking about the Garden of Eden, because this is when religion really, this is where religion really started to show a little bit of a toxic side. We have
that would not be the same time.
Okay, so we have regret, vibration, and ego death. So I would say that we started to divide people, to be more of a greed, so the sins appeared. And let me check why. 9 of Wands. So this is all creating blockages, creating walls, I would say this is the King of Cups, okay, and the other King of Cups. I would say a false prophet. This is that it is the Garden of Eden, or it's something else. I would say it's a false prophet that just made appear all kinds of sin and all kinds of divides between people.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And that it makes me remember the book that I've read, The Gods of Eden, and they talk about also the Garden of Eden, and they talk about the Tower of Babel and how they use like a false prophet to splurge, like spread a new kind of religion that would indeed get the humans further away from true connection to God, because they believe that they had to go through this intermediate in order to connect to God. And they would also spread kind of propaganda in the midst of that and stuff that would make them regress to a lower frequency, basically. So that makes a lot of sense.
It's so interesting because what you just described is exactly what happened to us at any type of like the Nazi or 2020. And I feel like it's the same psychology behind it.
Of course. Oh, of course. And now the new, as they say, the new religion is science. So this is exactly what you're saying. They now use science as they used to use religion in order to do that divide and conquer. All right. So I think this is at the end. Thank you so much, Sophie. Wow, what an amazing oracle you are. Thank you so much. And I'm sure we can all agree how amazing she is. And if you'd like to get the chance to have your own one-on-one consultation with this amazing lady here, you can do it right here on the website on maisonjupiter.com. The link is down below in the description box. And don't forget to use Jupiter as your discount code to get 10% off. And Sophie, do you have like more tarot reading or past lives reading or both? And do you think like, what do you think is the tendency right now that people need?
Past life, but sometimes I mix both in an appointment, but I would say that go with what needs to be addressed. And if there is more past life, but we have time for one question of tarot, we're going to do it. These days, it's really much about past life. A lot of people are asking to get rid of karma with exes.
Right.
Blockages in love, with blockages in relationship that are not romantic, also removing the cords of attachment, neediness, things like that. That's really what I see the most.
Wow, this is fascinating. So you're doing amazing work, and you did a reading for Elena and I recently, and that was so amazing. So and every time Sophie does it, I note everything, because a few months later or a year after, I go back to those notes and I can verify that everything she said is on point. So this is how crazy accurate she is. So thank you so much, Sophie, for your amazing, generous work. And thank you guys for watching, for staying with us. If you'd like to join the community, the link will be down below. And we're going to see each other this Thursday for a fascinating 5D deep dive. And we're going to touch on narcissists, sociopath, and psychopath. So this is going to be crazy. And of course, we're going to look at it through the lens of spirituality and light workers. So stay tuned and see you this Thursday. Have a beautiful rest of your day.